The football world has been shocked once again. After the emotional semi-final clash between Argentina and England, Lionel Messi finally shared his comments, and they immediately became the center of attention. Not only that, Julian Alvarez made a major decision by rejecting an offer from England in order to open the path toward Barcelona. And most surprisingly, Thomas Tuchel finally revealed his thoughts about Messi after that highly decisive match. In your opinion, has Argentina shown their best performance? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you are a Lionel Messi fan, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can always follow the latest news and exciting stories about the legend and the Argentina National Team. Lionel Messi's comments after Argentina's semi-final match against England. I have just come out of a match that had everything. Pressure, intensity, moments when your heart seemed to stop beating and every breath felt frozen. England is an outstanding team. They have the quality, tactics, and strength that forced us to fight for every ball, every challenge, and every inch of the field. And even though the final whistle has already blown, I am still trying to process every detail of what happened on this historic night. I want to say something honestly, straight from the bottom of my heart. I gave everything I had in this match. I did not leave a single drop of sweat behind. I gave every bit of energy I had left, every ounce of determination, and all the love I have for this Argentina jersey, because I truly understand how precious moments like these are. I also know that opportunities like this do not come around many times in a player's career, no matter how long that career may be. I have reached a stage in my career where I see football in a completely different way. Every match feels far more valuable than the last. Every minute I spend on the field, I live as if it could be the final minute of my career. Because the reality I now accept with calmness and maturity is that time never stops for anyone, not even for someone who loves this game with every part of his heart like I do. This World Cup has a very special meaning for me. Deep inside, I feel that this tournament could be the final chapter of a long journey that began when I was just a little boy running after a ball through the streets of Rosario, dreaming of achieving something that only a few people in the world ever accomplish. I do not want to make big promises or say anything exaggerated in such an emotional moment. But I know one thing for certain. The end of this journey is getting closer. And it is precisely that realization that makes me appreciate every single second I get to live through. I carry with me every emotion, every song from the fans, and every hopeful look from my teammates. In this match, the only thing I wanted was to make millions of people happy. The people who have believed in me and in my abilities for so many years. The fans who stood by me during the hardest moments, when many people doubted me, and when everything seemed impossible. They have been with me every step of the way. They were there during the greatest victories and during the most painful disappointments. And for all of them, to repay even a small part of the love they have given me, I gave everything I had tonight on that field. I also want to thank my teammates in a way that words simply cannot express. They fought beside me. They carried the pressure with me, and they believed completely that we could get through this enormous challenge. Because true leadership is not about one player standing out in a photograph. True leadership is about a group that stays united, trusts one another, and fights together until the final whistle. The fighting spirit my teammates showed makes me incredibly proud to be part of this remarkable team. As for the Argentina fans, they are a story of their own, something that is almost impossible to describe with words. Throughout my career, everywhere I have gone in the world, their support has always followed me. They have carried me in their hearts. They forgave my mistakes, accepted my shortcomings, and celebrated my successes as if those victories were their own. The bond and love between them and me are among the greatest treasures of my life. Something far more valuable than any trophy or individual award I have ever won. I do not know what tomorrow will bring, but I know one thing with absolute certainty. I have given everything I have up to this day, and whatever awaits me in the rest of this journey, I will face it with the same spirit I had when I first started, with the same love for this game that has been part of me since I was a child. Thank you to everyone who has walked beside me throughout this long and challenging journey. Thank you to my team for always standing with me. Thank you to the fans who have never left my side. And thank you to my country for always giving me strength. I am still here. I am still fighting. I am still dreaming. And I am still giving everything I have. I will continue to do that until the very last moment, no matter how close the end of this journey may be. Football has given me a life beyond anything I ever dared to imagine. A journey filled with stories, struggles, and unforgettable moments that I will always carry with me. And I will repay this beautiful game by giving it every last bit of passion and love I have left, until the day I finally bring this extraordinary journey to its end. Thomas Tuchel's surprising comments about Messi after England's match against Argentina. Now that the roar of the stadium has slowly begun to fade, I find myself unable to think about tactics, substitutions, the mistakes we made, or even the things we managed to avoid. Honestly, at this moment, I am not standing here as the head coach of the England national team. I am standing here as a fan, as someone who loves this game, and as someone who stood on the sideline watching history being written right before my eyes. Today, we witnessed something that went beyond football itself. I am not talking about the result of the match. I am not talking about a ticket to the next round. And I am not talking about technical details. I am talking about a phenomenon. I am talking about Lionel Messi. Today, we faced an outstanding team, but the real challenge was not facing Argentina as a system. The greatest challenge was trying to understand what this man is doing at his age. Just look at him. He is at a stage in his career where football logic says his speed should be declining, his brilliance should be fading, and his body should be asking for rest. Yet Messi has chosen to defy every bit of that logic. Every time the ball touches his feet, it feels as though time itself stops. He is not just playing football. He is creating a form of visual art on the grass. His movements, the way he reads the game, and the way he sees the entire field like someone studying a chessboard from centuries ago allow him to turn ordinary moments into masterpieces that leave everyone in awe. This is not just a football player. This is the very soul of the game embodied in one human being. What Messi has done in this World Cup, and especially tonight, is a gift to football fans all over the world. As coaches, we spend countless nights making plans, strengthening our defense, closing down spaces, and trying to eliminate every possible opening. But when Messi is on the field, all those plans look like simple attempts to stop a storm. He makes football so beautiful to watch that, at times, you forget he is your opponent. There were moments when I stood on the sideline, watched the ball leave his foot on a path that seemed almost impossible, and all I could feel was admiration. I felt grateful to be in the right place to witness that extraordinary creativity. He has given the entire world a lesson about passion, not just Argentina. He makes all of us wonder how someone who has already achieved everything, won every trophy, and broken every record can still play with this level of sincerity. How can he still create something new? As if he were a young player trying to prove himself in his very first match. Because of this man, football today is more beautiful, warmer, and more captivating. He has redefined what it truly means to enjoy this game. The fans in the stands, the children playing football in the streets, and even those of us who live under the pressure of training sessions and matches are fortunate to live in the era of Lionel Messi. I do not want to talk about what happened during those 90 minutes. I do not want to judge a performance only by numbers. All I want to say is that today I witnessed something that will stay with me forever. I saw a player dancing with the ball when everyone else was exhausted. I saw a man raising the standard of what is possible, not only for football players, but for the game itself. Thank you, Leo. Not only for what you gave us today, but for every moment you have made our hearts race, and for every touch that has made football, this extraordinary game, feel like one of humanity's greatest creations. This is a night that will always be remembered, and it is one that I will carry with me for a very long time. Julian Alvarez rejects England's offers in favor of Barcelona. Argentina star Julian Alvarez has made an important decision about his future during this summer's transfer window. The Atletico Madrid striker has reportedly ruled out a return to the Premier League and has made Barcelona his top destination. According to a report from the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, several major English clubs, including Arsenal and Liverpool, have shown serious interest in signing Alvarez. Arsenal reportedly even opened talks after learning that Atletico Madrid preferred to sell the forward to an English club, hoping to secure a higher transfer fee and avoid strengthening a direct La Liga rival. However, Alvarez firmly rejected every approach because playing in England is no longer part of his plans for the future. That decision has made Atletico Madrid's position much more complicated. Their opportunity to drive up his transfer value through competition between English clubs has become significantly smaller. Meanwhile, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has confirmed that the club's official offer remains on the table, although it will not stay there forever. Laporta also revealed that Hansi Flick and the club's management highly admire Alvarez's quality and will continue working to reach an agreement with Atletico Madrid to complete the transfer. Even so, Atletico Madrid remains firm in its stance. The club considers Julian Alvarez a key part of its long-term project and has no intention of letting him leave easily. Reports indicate that Atletico would only consider offers exceeding €80 million and would still prefer Alvarez to move to the Premier League if he ultimately decides to leave. That remains the biggest obstacle for Barcelona, even though Alvarez's desire to wear the Blaugrana jersey could ultimately become the decisive factor in the negotiations.